All right, good afternoon, everybody. So we are here for the Lifeforce Development Institute 2022 graduation, the third session for the year, the last session. So I just want to take this opportunity to really say I'm thankful for all the family and friends that was able to make it today, come and support your graduates on this day today. So if you guys can y'all just give y'all a round of support just to, be thankful. So as we get started with today, I am going to bring Mr. Elias Soria up to do our welcoming.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. We're very, very happy to have you here to support our participants, to support our students. This time, I was a teacher in that class, and I enjoyed immensely what I learned from them, and I hope they learned a little bit from me and the subject matter we talked about. I'm the Family Self-Sufficiency Specialist at Rockford Housing Authority, and I've been doing that for 24 years. Still enjoy my life, my work life. Enjoy it very much, immensely, because just having people like the participants today, and my coworkers, the staff, the support that we all receive to make this life a little bit more bearable and exciting at times. So welcome and enjoy and support your participants, encourage them for the future endeavors, and enjoy the day. Thank you very much.
All right, so real quick, my supervisor kind of looked over at me, so I got to do it the way she used to do it. So listen, when we bring the graduates out, make sure you guys give them a real loud applause. Let's try to really make them feel it down the street. So the way she used to do it, she'd be like, "We want to say, woo!" real loud. So that I'm trying to make sure I, follow her lead and her example. All right, so next we have our invocation, Pastor Justin Francis of Soar Assembly.
All right, let us pray. God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this celebration, this momentous occasion. You told us there's a time for everything. So today we acknowledge and we rejoice in completing the task. We ask you to let everything that's said, let it be inspirational, let it be motivating, give it encouragement. Anybody that's speaking, any nerves or any anxiety, remove it so you can get the glory. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
All right, so our next person we have is actually an instructor for the LDI class, and she will be coming up to do our purpose and overview of what LDI, Lifeforce Development Institute, is all about. Miss Amy Bird.
Hello, everyone. Let me fix this. Can y'all hear me now? Okay. Hey. Okay, so the Lifeforce Development Institute is an award-winning program which consists of employability and life skills. The program covers job, career readiness, and skills which meets the community's workforce goals. The course is designed to meet the needs of job seekers, employees, and employers. And this 12 weeks hands-on learning program will do just that. Number one, our job seekers, those who are looking for employment or who are having troubles or difficulty keeping a job. Two, the employees, those who have jobs but want to improve while they're on the job and who are looking for a promotion or to get higher up in their field. And employers, companies looking for employees that possess foundational skills or are referring current employees to attend this training. Classes are now back in person, and LDI offers online learning for certain situations as well. The expected outcome of LDI graduates includes employment, certificate of workforce readiness, professional development, and continuous educational training. The enrollment process is super simple. You just apply, interview for the program, and sign your required participation agreement. So if you ever are interested in LDI or know somebody who thinks that program can benefit, just give us a call, or you can log on to launchmyfuture.com, click on registration, and apply.
All right, so before we get into the introduction of graduates, I just want to also share the fact that this class have really had almost a variety of different students. We had students that came in from different backgrounds, students that started but wasn't able to finish, that, you know, really could have kept going in the benefit of the course, but because due to other things, they wasn't able to finish out. But we also keep the door open for them to be able to participate in the future. And so the biggest thing about LDI that I just want to share is the fact that it's the opportunity to help people find growth, the opportunity to help people find new direction to get ahead in their life. And sometimes when you face obstacles where doors are closed, I truly believe LDI is that opportunity to help open doors, and that's why LDI is so important for the Rockford Housing Authority program and the benefits that it offers residents and to the community. It's not just for residents, it's for community citizens also. So with that being said, I want to get into our first graduate of the day, and that is Miss Brianna Bailey. We'll watch a short video of her real quick.
I was looking for more skills to add to my resume that would bring me forward in my career. We all was able to have fun while we were doing the class. We're all going to be certified in multiple ways when we leave here, so that will be a great asset to my resume. And the fact that they didn't give up on me no matter what. I thank the instructors for being here for me, for doing what they can, because they saw something in me that I did not see in myself. They continued to push me forward. They provided the resources that I need to make it here and to stay on top of things. When I wanted to give up, they encouraged me. They always had great smiles, and they taught us how to persevere through the hard times and to keep going. My biggest takeaway from LDI was having a positive attitude all times, being enthusiastic, of course being early, and just being a good influence in the workforce. After graduation, I plan to follow up with the financial management credit to accomplish some of my goals of relieving debt and escalating my credit score, and taking the skills that I've learned to further me in my career, to have longevity on my next job.
All right. So one thing I can say about Miss Brianna is the fact that her smile that you see on the screen, she actually kept that smile through each and every day of class. She came in with a positive attitude and just willing to learn and take in everything she can. So with that being said, please let me welcome you to the new Miss Brianna Bailey. All right, our next student up is Miss Lakeisha Graves Bay, and we'll watch a short video on her.
I'm new to Rockford, and I'm a transplant from Chicago, and this is my first experience in public housing, and I thought it would be a great opportunity to get into a program that would introduce me to industry here at Rockford and maybe a better employment opportunity. I really enjoyed the course. While I was in the program, I received a scholarship to Elgin Community College. It's a great opportunity. It just bled into the actual LDI class, And the instructors, Amy Bird and Carandis Brown, were really patient and encouraging about and optimistic about my ability to complete LDI as well as the course at Elgin. And so that's been the greatest takeaway, the fact that they believed in me.
All right, and the thing about Miss Lakeisha is one of those individuals that is super smart. So when she came in, she really came in wanting to take in everything she could about the class. She participated, she gave her thoughts, and sometimes, you know, she really gave her thoughts because if it didn't make sense to her, she made sure you helped her to where it made sense. So the greatest thing I liked about it was she questioned, but she questioned to make sure that what she was learning made sense to be able to put it into practice. So with that being said, Miss Lakeisha, everybody. All right, next up, oh Lord, Cody Kleiman Hagar. Please forgive me for that, everybody. I did ask him, by the way, so we'll watch a short video on Cody.
Sign up for LDI to further growth with employment as well as personal self. So far, the biggest takeaway is the economic standpoints and how you learn about financials and budgeting and stuff like that. The skills that you learn actually affect you in employment, your life, and definitely when it comes to outside of employment. You learn how to break away from certain things. You learn how to manage your money. You learn how to do your budgeting. You learn how to do certain skills when it comes to communication. And I'm trying to say it's like anger management in a way. You learn how to actually appropriately handle things. And these instructors actually teach you on a scale to actually know what to do in the workplace, what you can say in the workplace and not do.
All right, so my guy, Cody. The biggest thing about Cody is Cody came in and he was kind of unsure about the class, didn't really know if he wanted to stick with it or give it his all. But I want to say in that second week is when everything kind of struck with Cody, and Cody was like, you know, this is where I really want to be, and I see the direction that it's giving me. So from the first week of class all the way to the last week, Cody really, he encouraged himself more and more and participated more and more to the point where by the end of the class, honestly, I couldn't get Cody to stop talking. So with that being said, Mr. Cody, everybody. All right. Next up is Miss Maria Lena. She was unable to make it today, but we will watch a short video. The one thing about Miss Maria Lena, she actually started class late, but came in. She had a few challenges in class, but she made sure she was able to participate and stayed on top of the goals and actions, on top of handling her job that she had as a community coach with RHA. So she had a lot of different things on her plate, but she made sure that she kept to LDI, the purpose of it, the design of it. So with that, Miss Maria Lena.
I wanted to add something onto my resume and manage my life moving forward. After LDI, I plan to get a second job and continue with school. My biggest takeaway from LDI was learning more about myself. It's a motivating class. It gives you motivation. Just helping us with our future. My favorite thing about LDI was definitely my classmates. The fact that I'm the youngest in the class, so I definitely learned a lot from everybody.
All right, So the one thing about Miss Maria Elena that I like to share is she has goals to really try to make it and advance in life. And if you guys ever see her out in public, let's just make sure you encourage her, give her the best advice possible, because she's one of those that if she can continue moving forward and continue getting the affirmation, she's going to make it. She's going to go very far. So I just want to say that about her. All right. Then next up, we have Miss Terry Milton. We'll watch a short video on her.
I signed up for LDI because I wanted to gain more information on the financial literacy portion of the class, and I also wanted to work on positivity more so in my personal life and in the workplace. I learned about poverty and the different aspects of it and how we were able to incorporate our stories with what we were learning in the class. I learned how to be more confident. After LDI, I plan on continuing my education. I'm actually a student now at Judson University. I plan on majoring in business. I want to open up my own business one day. I'm kind of sort of leaning towards the financial aspect of everything. I want to open my own credit company.
Oh, awesome. All right. So I can't call her what I want to call her by her nickname because she asked me not to. But the biggest thing, the biggest thing I want to say about Terry is actually an employee at Rockford Housing Authority. And the one thing about Terry came in with one perspective on trying to maneuver her life around and ended up in a different perspective to where she has really started to blossom. And the one thing that I can say is she has really took hold to this class and really improved her goals along the way to where she sees the direction on where she would like to go. So with that being said, Ms. Terry Milton. Now, Terry, how come you didn't wave like everybody else did? All right. So, down to the last two, everybody. So, we will watch a short video for Miss Connie Simmons.
I learned a lot of things that I didn't know before. How to communicate with people in the right way. Learning more about how to start my business because I want to start a cleaning business in Rockford. So when I came here, I learned more about what I need to do. The class is a good help. You need to take the course. They're perfect.
All right, so the biggest thing about Miss Connie is Connie came in and she was kind of almost a little bit like Cody, shy, quiet, didn't really know what to take from the class, but as she got to going, she really became outspoken in class. She shared her thoughts, she shared her points of views, and she really didn't care if you didn't think about if it agreed to you or not. Her point of view was her point of view. And so that's the biggest thing that I loved about Miss Connie is she kept you on top of things. So that being said, she definitely gave a lot of information, letting us know a lot of things. And she loves to clean, everybody. So just remember that. Miss Connie Simmons. All right. So, never mind. Okay. So, Last but not least, we will watch a short video on Miss Robbie Webster.
I learned more about myself, being around other people. At my age, I thought it was over, because I'm retired, but I want to work. I want to, I'm just full of life again. Before I came to LDI, I just thought people was just cold and uncaring. They seem to have a godly spirit. They care about you. I mean, it's like family. If you think you're all alone, join this class. It's a lot of things racing in my mind that I want to do. But I am a new person.
All right, so the biggest thing about Miss Robbie, is the fact that when she say it's like family, she is actually became family. Her biggest thing was the fact that she had some challenges growing up, and just like she said, she wasn't sure about people. The different actions that she got from people were always kind of cold-hearted, so she wasn't sure about the class. But during the time that she took on the class and started to participate with the class, she started to let her personality show, and she really blossomed in the class. So with that, please welcome Miss Robbie Webster. See, I was kind of hoping she was going to run down the aisle. All right, so we are about to get into our graduate perspective part of the LDI program. So to start this part off, I would like to introduce one of our former graduates. Sam, was you 2021 to end or early 2022? Okay, so he was the first class of 2022. So I would like to introduce Mr. Sam Clark.
When I graduated, they gave me the microphone and I warned them. You gave me a podium, a room full of people, and you thought you gave me a time limit. I'm not going to do that today, but I'm going to be brief and very quick, tell you a little bit about me, tell you why it matters that I was in LDI. In 1 minute, my life. 1979, I joined IBM as a 19-year-old. I spent 12 years there. I chose to leave IBM because it was a choice of my family or my job, and I chose my family. And I still kind of lost in that, you could say, because we separated. But my kids and I are still father and children, so we are very much still a family. Came from 91 through 2000. I'm working in computing, and in 2000, the world learned to not trust computing. We had what was called the millennium bug. It had everybody thinking the whole world was going to end because of the way computers were working. The whole world stopped trusting people like me who worked in computing. I'm out of IBM, I'm out of the small companies I work for, and I'm struggling. It's a hard time. I come forward to 2007, and I'm coming back to Rockford in a car with everything I own. It's got a temporary plate on it that I borrowed from somebody, and I faked the expiration date. I drove at a time when they couldn't see that it didn't have the right reflection on it. So I was sneaking from Chicago back to Rockford, and I was at one very low point. I didn't think I was at the lowest point that anyone could be at. I thought I was coming back up. 2012, I'm homeless, and I move into the RHA. Okay? Things were work, a lot of work. I went through a number of different things with RHA. Some of them I challenged them on a lot of activities that involved my way of living there. And I also gained and learned a lot of things from them in those same years. Was on their resident council and a lot of other things that involved trying to uplift myself and the residents that are around me. Okay, so tough years, still without very much financial gain. I took my computing skills, I built computer labs around Rockford here, several churches, a couple of community centers, things of that sort, and I'm still broke because it just wasn't paying what I thought it was possible to earn. I stayed with it because it's a great industry. I just wasn't living well in it. So come to 2022, and I joined first the Jobs Plus program as a community coach. I heard another member here as a community coach. I'm sorry, I don't remember which. You raise your hand. There we go. Did you get an orange t-shirt too? You got lucky. Mine was orange, bright orange. So bright you can't miss it anywhere. If you see me in it, I'm still wearing it. So stay with Jobs Plus. It's a beautiful program. If you haven't joined, I hope that you will. It's got advantages that I'm actually getting the greatest benefit out of now. So absolutely, learn more about Jobs Plus. So coming forward, I graduated with the first class of this LDI course this year. I had Corandis, I had Miss Amy, I had Miss Odessa, I had Justin, I had, where is he? Elias, and I said it right, Elias. Okay, we had Raymond, who's not here. He was an assistant with us in many ways. Ray was a big help to me as well. And in my course with my class, one of the things that I found was what I was feeling was I didn't know which way to turn. I started hearing the stories of my classmates, and quite honestly, they showed me I had no reason to stop trying because they were trying a whole lot harder than I was. I looked at my classmates and they were inspiring. I'd honor them now if they were here. I hope they would be here to honor you as well, because we came through same course, and that course opens you up to figuring out what is it about yourself that you need to make adjustments to give yourself the best opportunity. The instructors were great in helping me find that, and helping me find an opportunity. I was one of 800 candidates for a position at Amazon. When I walked in the door the first time, the question then, and still the question sometimes today, is, how did you get this job? Because some can't believe it. Some are glad to see that I've done it. Others are still challenging whether or not I'm capable. So I'm challenged every day to prove that I'm capable of what they hired me for. And I'm thankful that I'm there about 6 months now. And I'm meeting the challenge and sometimes superseding that challenge at the level I'm at. It's a great transition. I came from something that was really low, and right now where I am is pretty nice. Maybe you've seen it on social media. I bet Justin has seen it, just knowing that he's this video that I'm going to mention to you. There's a video out right now of a young man. It was given to me by a cancer survivor. Shows a performer walking up a stairwell, and then he falls to a trampoline, and he bounces back up. He climbs a little higher. He falls to the trampoline. He climbs back up. He keeps trying. And in this video, it's to the song, We Fall Down. And we do what? We get back up. And for me, it's just a symbol of some of the things that I faced, but others face much stronger than I do. And again, this video came to me from a cancer survivor. So I look around and I see people surviving and thriving through things that are much more difficult than I face. I'm thankful for everything that I've received to this point. But who am I? Quite honestly, I'm a very fortunate person, but I'm also nobody. I'm nothing. I'm nobody special. I'm one of you that started from where things were hard, and I just kept trying, and I'm not done. And I'm saying the same to you. Don't stop. Don't stop. I'm thankful to be asked to honor you, but the truth is I'm thankful just to be here with you, to join in the honor of your graduation. I want to celebrate each of you separately, individually. Brianna, beautifully, I want to thank you for being here today. Lakeisha, personally, I want to thank you for being here today. Cody, my neighbor, thank you for making it through. Mary Elena, congratulations. Thank you for being here. Terry, in absentia, oh, Terry is here. That's my Terry. We won't talk right now, but we will talk some more. Connie, I love the purple. You're royal. You already know. There's no question. And Robbie, no better poised than what I could see of you coming in and sharing with us your grace. Thank you. Thank you and congratulations. I honor you.
So real quick, I want to say thank you to Mr. Sam Clark because he's actually on day shift right now for the next few weeks, but coming back to LDI meant so much to him to be able to come and share this. He actually took off today to come and be here, so I just want to say thank you, and I really appreciate that. Yes, sir.
Always my brother.
Yes, sir. All right, now we are about to get into current student perspectives. So, Ms. Brianna Bailey.
Good afternoon, and thank each and every one of you for being here for us today. I wrote a short poem about the class while I was in class. But first, I want to thank my instructors, Miss Amy Bird, Mr. Elias, and Mr. Carandis. You all were great. You've added to my life, and I appreciate each and every one of you. The poem is titled, Where Was I Before LDI? Before LDI, I was at a point in my life where the battle was just won. I had been lost and confused, living a life full of blues. Everything that I knew to be good and right was gone. But I didn't give up, I didn't let go. With perseverance, I began to grow. Walking into a room, a class full of smiles, learning and improving my own work style. Learning to stay positive no matter how hard that may be, doing my best to exemplify all of the 5 E's. Being early and excellent every single day. Being enthusiastic and efficient no matter what comes my way. Being easy to work with and getting along with everyone, making sure I am working effectively and getting the job done. Always being reliable, respectful, trustworthy, and fair. Being responsible in building the right character that shows I care. Thank you.
All right, next up, Mr. Cody. You notice I'm not saying your last name again, right?
Kind of butchered it. You're fine. Well, this has been a pretty good graduation. Let's see. Sorry about that. I'm kind of eating the hat now. So basically, I want to thank all my instructors. Amy, Carandis, I'm going to go ahead and butcher your name a little bit now. Carandis, Elias, Justin. So thank you for the class. It was very insightful. Sorry, I'm like eating the hat still. So, where was I before LDI? Before LDI, I wasn't sure of what path I wanted to take in my personal or professional life. I felt I lacked the skills needed to succeed and wanted to change that. The Lifeforce Development Institute has worked with me on improving the soft skills that I know I needed. If I had planned on entering the job force again, I know what my strengths are. I just needed to work on my weaknesses. That way, I felt that I could be holding me back. Throughout LDI, I got the chance to meet some amazing people and the friendships I made. I will always remind me of my time in the LDI program. I am excited about my future, and I know that I can do anything I put my mind to. I was able to showcase some of my talents within LDI, and I look forward to gaining employment. That gives me the ability to help others. I have learned so much in the LDI program, and I am appreciative to have the opportunity to join. Now I just got to make sure I go back to LDI a few times or to RHA and start being like, is Crandis here? How about Amy? How about Justin? How about Elias? All right. Thank you so much.
So actually, he won't have to do that too much because coming in 2 weeks, there is actually, so his biggest thing is he want to get back into truck driving. There's an opportunity coming in 2 weeks that this company based in Tennessee would like to talk to you about coming on to be a truck driver. I got the information through my godson who just got hired. He gave me his boss name, and I talked to him last night, so he told me when they come back in town to set you up, and they'll go over your profile with you and see if that's something that still works for you.
All right.
So hopefully you'll be too busy that you won't have to come knocking on the door and have to.
Oh, I got your phone number. Don't worry about that one.
All right. And last but not least, Miss Terry.
Hi, family. Okay. So before LDI, I considered myself lost and didn't know where I wanted to be in life. Unsure of what goals I wanted to accomplish and where I thought I would see myself in the next 5 years. I was always shy with my abilities and never wanted to stand out. I lacked confidence, compassion, and most importantly, the desire to improve. I've seen myself heading in the wrong direction, and as a mother of 5 young children, not 15, Carandis. He wrote 15 on my paper, y'all. I couldn't let them see me fail. I had to find a way to want better for myself. I had it a bit rough growing up and never had anyone to guide me in the right direction as a woman or even a mother. Joining LDI has been my biggest inspiration. I have built a friendship amongst my classmates and have gotten closer to my instructors and my RHA family. I have gained a lot of knowledge that I once lacked with becoming more financially literate. I now have taken steps to start correcting my credit with the goal of soon becoming a homeowner. As an employee and a face of Rockford Housing Authority, I know it was things professionally that I needed to work on. Although I'm not quite there yet, participating in the LDI program has given me the drive and the ambition to better myself on a personal and professional level. I've learned to stop being so hard on myself because I'm a lot stronger than I realized. I've realized that I am a winner, and I wake up every morning reminding myself that a winner is not a person who falls, but a person who never quits. So quitting is not an option for me. The beginning of this year, I enrolled into Justin University to complete my associate's degree with the goal to go straight into my bachelor's. In order to succeed, I realized that my desire for success should be greater than my fear of failure, and you become successful the minute you decide to be. I've taken that step. I now have the courage, the ambition, and the will to become the person I was meant to be. So thank you, LDI and my RHA family, for helping me find the person that I once lost. I now know who I am, what I want, and where I'm going. Thank you.
All right, so that was almost our words of encouragement right there. But I'm going to leave that to our Miss Odessa Walker to come up and share her words of encouragement. But I'm going to let y'all know she gets into it, so be prepared for her personality.
Good afternoon, everyone. Is everybody in the building on today? Everybody here? All right, all right. Congratulations, graduates of 2022, our last class. So this spot is usually for the RHA CEO, Mrs. Laura Snyder, but she is facilitating our public meetings today, but she gives you a big congratulations. She let me know that she is very, very proud of you all, and sorry she couldn't be here, but she's gonna watch it later. All right, so I'm here just for words of encouragement, just to encourage you. I'm looking at all the graduates today, and I can say that you look much better today than you did 12 weeks ago when you committed to enrolling in the Lifeforce Development Institute. You're not going to get very far in life based on what you already know. You're going to advance in life by what you're going to learn after you leave here. Taking responsibility for your future is the first step in taking control of your life. If you're always pointing the finger at someone else or believing other people have control over your destiny, you're powerless. But when you enrolled for the LDI class, you took your power back. But your training and your education does not stop after you graduate today. You can't stop learning. Don't stop learning. Keep pursuing your goals and your dreams. You are not average, so get that out your head. You're not average. Average is for somebody else. Expect more out of life because you deserve more out of life. And because of that, you will get more out of life. You made it because it was in the inside of you. That fire, that desire on the inside was stronger than all the mess that you all were challenged with before you got here. Think about 12 weeks ago. Everything that you had going on, you wanted to stop. You didn't know if you can continue with the class because so many things was going on, but the desire in the inside of you kept you going. Brianna, Lakeisha, Cody, Marie, Terry, Connie, Miss Robbie, everybody, I want you to repeat after me and point at them for me. You made it. And the best is yet to come. Come on, give them a hand on today. All right, so I was short with it, but I'm so proud of you all, and those are my words of encouragement. And at this time, I have the greatest privilege to introduce our newest Board of Commissioner, Mrs. Anisha Grimmett. Commissioner Grimmett strives to give an excellent performance to drive effectiveness within the business and translate her experience, knowledge, skills, and abilities into significance for organizations she associates with. She graduated from Auburn High School, gifted program, and attended DeVry Institute of Technology, majoring in electronic engineering technology. Early in her career, she worked for UTC Aerospace Systems, now known as Collins Aerospace, for 20 years in various engineering, human resources, and leadership roles. This led to her opportunity as the executive director of Alignment Rockford. That's how I met her. She recently earned her stylist certificate and launched a personal styling business focused on helping women and teenage girls learn how to develop their signature style and empower them to style the life they want to live with purpose. So I am presenting to some and introducing to other, Commissioner Anisha Grimmett. Give it up for her.
It always sounds like I did a lot. I ain't did much. I haven't done much at all. And listening to your amazing stories and listening to where you guys have come, I am so proud of you. You guys are amazing, amazing people because you never quit. You knew there was something better out there, and you guys are willing to take the leap and take the plunge. And what I wrote, I don't even know if it's all the way fitting for this setting, but as a Black woman who was a person who was raised in this community, you guys are amazing. Yes. And you are a great example for other people who are growing up in this community, Black, white, Hispanic, men, women, all of them. You guys are a great example to your family members, those who you touch on a regular basis. You are encouraging souls and human beings with a purpose. And I just want to congratulate you on that, okay? So if you tune me out for the rest of this speech, just know that, okay? Just know that. I'd like to always focus on, the whole concept, but at the end of it, it's about what you do, right? You learn a lot of things through this course, but at the end, it's about what you do. And I'm an implementer, right? I learned a lot of things. You've heard my bio. I'm a person who say, yeah, I'll try that. Yeah, why not? Tap me on the shoulder, yeah. But it's all about how you implement it in life. So just think about your time here, and you guys have through your videos at RHA's Lifeforce Development Institute, and ask yourself, what did I learn, right? Since attending this program, what skills did I realize, skills did I strengthen and cast away, right? And then what skills did I master? Now, it's obvious you obtained a certification, otherwise you wouldn't be here and we wouldn't be honoring you all today. But what have you learned and revealed about yourself? And some of the words that, some people actually got a chance to really speak about, I ask that all of you write it down and as a self-reflection, because what we don't do a lot about is self-reflect on our accomplishments in life, right? All of the things that we've gone through, and then what we've learned through those trials and tribulations. So I would just encourage all of you to do that. Are you pressure prompted? Are you a leader? Are you a team player? What talents have you uncovered that you didn't even know that you had? Detailed oriented, are you great under pressure? I say that because, I wrote this, yesterday. So I'm great under pressure. And be like, oh, I got to speak tomorrow. Are you a planner? Are you great at organization? A researcher, a thought provoker, a motivator? Are you a mediator? I want you to know that not just knowledge, but your experiences and skills along with expertise, which is the life that you're living, will take you beyond what you thought you could ever accomplish. So I'm a Christian, and I believe that God has given every human being a purpose in life. And the Bible says not to just be a hearer of the word, but to be a doer, okay? And I promise, even though my dad, for those who don't know, my dad is a pastor, I'm not here to present you with a sermon. The fact that I only have a short amount of time would favor that. But I want you just to really understand and listen to the concept of hearing and doing to encourage you to have an intention on being a doer and implement the knowledge and skills you have acquired as a student here. So here are just a few definitions. Number one is talent. What does that mean? It's things you have a natural gift for. I've always had a natural gift for fashion since growing up. So those are just things that you're just innately good at, right? It doesn't take a lot of work to do. Cleaning, apparently, is your natural talent. I'm gonna call you because it is not mine, okay? So just think about that, right? That's what talent is. Number two, the word knowledge. It's familiarity with factual information and theoretical concepts, meaning what you learned in this program over the past 12 weeks, right? That's the knowledge that you've gained, okay? Number three, the word skills. That refers to the ability to apply the knowledge to a specific situation. So, doing the homework or group studies or group conversations that you've had in class, that's taking the knowledge of what you learned and then applying it. And the fourth one is experience. This is just what you've done in life, right? And so never forget your experience, the good and the bad. The bad, so you won't make those past experiences the same again, right? And go down that road. So how has this worked in my life? I'm glad you asked. I have a talent for tinkering, problem solving, the ability to find common ground, and thinking outside the box, fashion, and you guys, just by the way, all you guys look amazing. Like, I love what you're given here, okay? So I love it. A sincere desire to make lives better, I've been told this since I was a little girl. This is how teachers would describe me to my parents, and how my parents or their friends would talk about me to myself and others. So these talents of mine led me down the path of engineering, nonprofit leadership, and entrepreneurship. So early on in my career, during this time, I gained knowledge. I went to school, majored in electronics, engineering, technology. So I learned all that stuff about the flow of electrons and of electricity, blah, 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 right? Graduated. But I also received an internship. And from that, I learned the skills of being a team player, working with engineers, which can be very difficult and dry, meeting deadlines, the importance of that. Coming out of high school, my teachers would give me a pass. In college, sometimes give me a pass on my papers and stuff. But when it came to work, planning schedules, writing test procedures and reports, and how to dress appropriately for the workplace. Coming out of high school, that's when I got my internship. I was fine in a t-shirt, and jeans, right? Flip-flops and whatnot. Going into corporate America, they were like, you need to no, this is not working. And I was like, what? So I learned immediately how to dress for the workplace. The next stage, I was hired full-time. I met my husband there, became a mother of two. My kids were born 21 months apart. And so I acquired knowledge I acquired there was about having a career and being a mom and a wife, and trying to balance all of that out. My kids did not sleep, so I was working on like 3 hours of sleep a night. My husband was traveling all the time for work, so really felt that I was kind of by myself and on my own for a lot of this. But the skills I acquired were patience, time management skills, problem solving, being an engineer, but not dressing like one. So I didn't walk around with a pocket protector on. I was still looking cute in heels and whatnot, and people were like, what? I'm like, hey, I'm good, I'm good. And functioning with a minimum amount of sleep. But I got a couple of promotions while I was there over the course of years, 2 management roles, working in finance. So I learned all about financials and operating and accounting. I became an engineering manager, so I learned how to manage people, and that's a whole nother level. As you guys are building your businesses and going out into the workspace and becoming managers, managing people takes you on a whole different trajectory, because for me, I had to learn about patience. Lots and lots of patience and the ability to find common ground, because they're going to come to you with a lot of concerns and issues, right? And you have to be that mediator. And the ability to motivate people to do the work, right? And to believe in themselves. So it helped me develop those skills as well. And then my husband came to me and said, you know what, honey, how about moving to China for work? And I was like, yeah, because I never say really no. I'm just like, yeah, why not? It's a great experience. So what I learned there was that the U.S. is not the center of the universe. Everybody, there is a whole big world out there. Go see it. If you have the opportunities, it's never too late to go and explore some of those great deep desires of yours now that you're moving forward. And that I love history and preservation, and then the importance of a network outside of my family. I was born and raised here. My first time out of the country, I had to rely on other people that weren't blood related to help me out. And that helped me branch out and really get to know people and to trust others, and trust others with my family. Of course, I learned a different language. I fell in love with colorful fabrics and putting eclectic outfits together, because the fashion over there is different than over here, and so I enjoyed that as well. But what's the skills that I learned? Not to be a control freak, because I was very, this is my world, and I have control over it. There you had to go with the flow. And I learned how to build a network that adds to myself and does not take away. I learned that real quick. What is valuable to me, that's going to add to me, that's going to help build me up and grow me, not take away. Get rid of the negativity, right? Even if it is your family, even if it is your closest friends, you are moving forward, and you want to be around people who are moving forward with you. And it's hard. It's hard, but I had to learn at that point in time to get rid of toxic relationships that were not adding and building to where I knew I wanted to be. So we came back to the United States after 3 years, and I became an assistant to the president of the business unit at the time. And so what did I learn there? God blessed me with that. I learned how to run a multi-billion-dollar aerospace company, because I got a chance to see what was happening across the entire company, from operations to finance, contracts, facilities. And so what did I learn there? How to really work under pressure, think outside the box, prioritize my life. I'm back, in the country now, and things had changed in 3 years. And also, how to walk quickly in high heels with a whole bunch of men in flats. So that was that skill for you men out there, that skill. So what else did I enhance? Effective executive communication is different than talking to your peers. When you're talking to upper level, you have to learn their language, learn what works so that you can influence others. The ability to find common ground to achieve a desired outcome, and still that desire to make lives better. So at my 20th year at this company, I found myself working in human resources, focusing on talent development, and developing programs centered around that for employees. So I was developing that, and then also showing women how to dress for the workspace without spending a ton of money. So, and what grew during that stage of my life, I turned 40, you always have that, what am I doing with my life moment, right? Which I'm sure this is the reason why you guys took this course, because you're just like, where am I going, right? And you would think that I thought I was like living the best life after that, but I still felt empty. I still felt empty. Because I have this innate desire that's just a talent of mine to want to make lives better, and I was not walking in that space. So that desire grew 3 times, kind of like the Grinch who stole Christmas, when he just realized the true meaning of Christmas, and that's my favorite Christmas show. Watched every year. So now what did I do? How do I use everything that I've learned, that I've been provided, and the opportunities? How do I use that talent, knowledge, and skills to meet this desire to make lives better? And you think about this. How do you use all of your life experiences to continue to move you forward? Okay, it doesn't just start here. Think about where you've been in life, from when you were smaller all the way up to now. How are you going to use all of those things collectively that you learn to continue to move forward and with those goals? So I prayed. I talked to my mentor and coach, and behold, I just received a call about this position with Alignment Rockford to become their executive director. And if those who don't know Alignment Rockford, it's a nonprofit organization that works with Rockford Public Schools, focusing on college and career readiness and early childhood education. And I said, that's it. That is it. That was going to marry everything about my skills, my talent, my desires, in order to make life better, starting from birth. And I was just all in. I was like, yep, once again, because I don't say no to a lot of stuff. I take risk, right? And I'm just like, put me in, coach. Like, yep, let's do it. And that's, once again, what you said. When someone either tapped you on your shoulder or talked to you about this program, you took the risk and you said, yeah, let's try it, let's do it, put me in, coach. What do you have to lose? You only have something to gain. Whether you win or you fail, you have still gained something, okay? So what have I obtained during this? How to run a nonprofit. I worked at a big, large company, and then I'm on this little small nonprofit with like 2 or 3 employees, so I had to learn a lot of stuff, like real quick. I had to learn how to network politically. This is politics out there, right? Public speaking. If you would have asked me 5 years ago to get up here and talk in front of you, I would have said, that would have been a risk. I'm like, I'm not taking that. Not taking it at all. My mouth is still dry. I'm still a little bit nervous, but I'm up here. I'm up here, right? I'm doing it. And so, and encouraging others, because I'm all about making lives better. So it's for a purpose, you know? And so I wouldn't do it. So the importance of building genuine relationships that are authentic. None of the fake stuff. People can tell. You can tell when someone's being fake and real with you. You want to be able to build those within your network or your community. How to implement marketing strategies and ask for funds. But, you know, once again, I just want to say it took me to a place where I was connecting with people across my community, across the state, and across the globe. Once again, if I never would have taken that opportunity and said, put me in, coach, I wouldn't be here speaking to you today. Oh, and most importantly, I'm sorry, I learned that a statement necklace is a must-have in a woman's wardrobe, because when we were on Zoom, you know, it was, you know, party on the bottom and business up top, and that necklace was just beaming. So I understood the importance of that as well. But anyway, so here I am today, right, standing in front of you all as an encouraging commissioner of the Rockford Housing Authority. And that sounds so formal. I'm just Nisha. I'm just little Nisha. But I'm encouraging you to use the knowledge and skills that you've learned here, take risk, and have the desire to keep learning, okay, and acquiring and enhancing your skills. It never stops. You're always consistently going to be learning things. You never know where they may take you. If you would have asked me when I got out of high school that I would be here talking to you as a commissioner of RHA, I would have said, I don't think so. I now am at a stage in my life where I want to continue to use all that I've learned and apply them to the natural talent mine, and that's fashion. So, you know, I've launched my personal styling business, and I've used these skills over the years to help build a business that helps women and young girls feel empowered, strong, and confident using the power of style. There is power in your clothing. Studies have shown that the clothing affects your mental process and perceptions. So, and it can change our minds and our thoughts about ourselves and others. So the right outfit or look can make you feel unstoppable, beautiful, handsome, intelligent, and powerful. And just imagine with that mindset, as you walk into a room, incredible things can happen. And you guys stepped into this room feeling that way. I got that from you when you walked in, because you guys look fabulous. So I just want to, so that's, you know, where my life has gone. But I want to take you all the way back to the beginning, because my life almost didn't happen. I am the product of a teenage pregnancy. My mom was 1 out of 10 children. Back in the 70s, they were having babies like crazy. You know, they have 15, 25 kids, right? And she was 1 of 10, and she was the second to last and the family's baby girl. She and my dad had me at the age of 15. My mom, she was a straight A student. And when she got pregnant with me, she was told being pregnant would ruin her life. It would be difficult to graduate from high school, and the potential to go to college was so slim. But instead of letting people bring her down, she knew now more than ever that she had to be someone to help make sure that I had what I needed to grow, with or without my father. I became her motivation to go to college, and she took me with her. I was her motivation to graduate from college and become successful. She worked in the Rockford Public Schools as a teacher, an administrator, and executive director, and she just recently retired. She met so many students that were going through the same things that she had to go through. She was their hope. She encouraged them that they can too become successful. Her mistake became her testimony. And at the age of 15, my dad was an accomplished athlete. He played football, basketball, track and field. he was very popular. So when he discovered my mom was pregnant, his mom told him it was time to become a man and get a job to take care of me. So he went to school during the day, worked after school, and did his homework with the help of my mom late at night. He went on to community college. He didn't graduate, but he didn't graduate because he was able to get hired in at ComEd, and he retired a few years ago. They married when I was 8 years old. They had 2 more beautiful children. They have been married now for 37 years and counting. Now, I am the face of your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, your cousins, nephews in our community. I am the product of the life that was supposed to never be based upon life's mistakes. This graduation is your new step into a new life, new opportunities, more open doors, and more possibilities. The door has widened for you. You must walk through to build and grow a person like me. And I leave you with this quote from the actor Liam Neeson. It's one of my favorite movies, Taken, if anybody knows what those is. He got like 3 or 4 of them. I have a particular set of skills I've acquired over a very long career, over a very long life. And he used those skills to rescue his family from kidnappers. It's like everybody was getting kidnapped in every single movie. But just like Liam, I want you to use your skills to save your family that's been kidnapped. No, I'm just kidding. But I want you to use them for the purpose to enhance your talents and career and ultimately make your family and human life better. It's time for action, people. Congratulations again.
That was very, very nice. I really appreciate that. The greatest thing about with today is the fact that anybody can learn, and I can say I definitely learned from that speech and can take some things to help me in my career. Because one of the things that Ms. Walker works with me on all the time is trying to help me get in front of people to do this. I hate this. but I'm still doing it because she believed in me, and I appreciate that. So with that being said, we will go into the next session, and that's the presentation of our certificates to the graduates. Mr. Elias, can you come down? All right, so first up, Miss Brianna Bailey.
So as you can see, there are several certifications. So they have one for a workforce readiness certificate. They also went through Bridges Out of Poverty, which was taught by none other than Mr. Carandis Brown. And also they have Connect Home, which is digital literacy, where they went through that course in the beginning and they were able to get a device after that. So it's just not just soft skills, but they went through a genre of curriculum. So as you can see, she has like 4 certificates and financial management. Come on, give it up for Miss Brianna.
Miss Lakeisha. Mr. Cody. Miss Terry. Miss Connie. All right, and my family member, Miss Robbie Webster. Yep. All right. So, before we get into our closing remarks, I would like to thank my team who helped put this together. I would like to thank Pastor Justin. He has been instrumental in picking up residents as we needed and getting them to LDI and transporting them home. So I would like to thank. I would also like to thank Ms. Jennifer for all her work she's done in helping get stuff prepared for LDI, keeping us on our toes, making sure everything was together for the week. Also, Ms. Amy for making sure that everything was prepared each day for the class, and just following up with myself on what we needed to do each week with the preparation of the classwork. Mr. Elias for all that he's done. Also with helping teach Spanish with the class sometimes. And then I just want to also share, I got 2 new staff that's on board. Mr. Nicholas Bowers, who is our Jobs Plus Employment Specialist, and Ms. Kenise Booker, who is also our Jobs Plus Employment Specialist. So I just want to thank everybody that has really put in their work. Ms. Laura Martinez, I guess they are out there helping prepare the food, so we will be reserving refreshments. Please stay around if you like, take pictures with your graduates afterwards, and just, let's have a good time with one another. So as of right now, I would like to introduce Ms. Janet James for closing remarks.
Hi. Distinguished guests and participants, I would like to thank you on behalf of the Rockford Housing Authority. It's my pleasure to express gratitude to all who made this event a reality. Today, our graduates have achieved significant milestones, and we are so proud of their work to accomplish such a task. You have worked very hard. You deserve to be proud of this achievement and to take this opportunity to celebrate. Good luck in your future endeavors. Thank you to everyone for joining us in this celebration. And there are refreshments in the front for you, and have a great rest of your day.
All right, that concludes the 2022 graduation class.